In Russia, the air transport agency Rosaviatsiya imposed temporary restrictions at the airport of the city of Kazan after attacks by Ukrainian armed air vehicles in the area. In a statement issued on its Telegram channel, the agency announced temporary restrictions on the operation of the airport to ensure the safety of civilians' flights. In this regard, the press service of the head of the republic, Rustam Minnikhanov, reported that 8 Ukrainian drones were attacked in different areas, causing fires in a residential complex. He also stressed that there were no deaths or injuries caused by the attacks. The advances on the front line of the Russian armed forces do not stop. The course of the Russian army in the special military operation is imminent and obvious, but above all, unstoppable.
In
recent weeks, and at a faster pace this year, Russian armed forces have advanced along the entire front line, seizing control of settlements and towns with little resistance from the Ukrainian army. Kyiv is taking steps to increase the size of its army, including the forced mobilization of citizens and lowering the age of military service in an effort to respond to the Russian advance, all with no result other than loss of life.
Todo sin más resultado que pérdidas de vidas humanas.
Today I posted a video on my Telegram channel where relatives complain that 75% of the military personnel are missing. They are people whose bodies for some reason have not been presented. But also officially there is talk of dead, and there are many. There are also many wounded who are left without legs and arms, and there are minor injuries. But 75% missing. This is huge losses.
The West is pressuring Kyiv to fight to the last Ukrainian. But despite substantial financial support, Ukrainian troops with foreign military have suffered heavy losses, estimated at around 1 million dead and wounded Ukrainians and mercenaries, as well as a significant amount of military hardware.
Despite the enormous help from the West, the initiative on the line of contact is in our hands, and the Russian troops are conducting an offensive along the entire front. This year, more than 190 villages have been liberated, and about 4.5 thousand square kilometers of territory have been brought under control.
Even the Western media, which tends to question Russian reports, have acknowledged the advance of Russian troops in the region and can no longer disguise the disastrous situation on the Ukrainian front.
Our commander gave us the order to round up all Ukrainian-speaking civilians and not to touch them, to let them go. But we were to shoot those who spoke Russian. This was his specific order. It was the order, and there were no other options. Only this way. No, they would shoot us, but the treatment is terribly cruel. We were beaten with sticks even for holding the machine gun wrong, or if you refuse to kill someone.
As Russian troops advance, Ukrainian troops retreat, leaving destruction and death in their wake. More and more cases of massacres and brutalities committed against civilians are uncovered. Kyiv is using only terrorist methods, which once again justifies and explains the need for Russia's special military operation against this regime that does not represent the Ukrainian people.
No representa al pueblo ucraniano. teleSUR, Moscú.